Had a frustrating game today. Started on the half-back line, then was called in to quieten off Neil Craig in the third term, and I thought did effectively. But now faces the goal front about 50 metres out from the half-back line with a drop punt. Low, long, looks the goods too. But through 4 behind, and that's the 9th to the Wolves. 11-9 to Sturt 22-17, and we've played 9.5 minutes of the final term.
Yes, Westie's making the mistake of taking the ball slowly into their forward line, whereas Sturt are whizzing it in quickly, throwing it around amongst their players, and that's proving dividends for them. Off the half-back line of Sturt now, Hargraves with the mark, quick to whiz it out to Howard, and we haven't seen a lot of him so far in this term. Just forward to centre wing, it's Wilson to centre half forward. Oh, over the back there is a big knock away from Robertson, but Craig back into the play, curls it back to the square. Back spot there is Sims, juggles it round, but not paid the mark. Play on's the call. Out to Davies, quickly onto the left boot, and that's a goal. That's the 4th for Rick Davies. 2 in the first term, 1 in the second, and a bit of a drought for a while, but that's Rick Davies' 4th and Sturt's 23rd.
We'll have a look at the skills too. Wilson, long, the big spoil by Robertson, Craig the crumbs, and pops up a high ball into the goal square. Sims had about 3 grabs at it, couldn't quite control it, and the charge. Out Davies, the left foot, very quick kick, and posted his 4th goal.
Front spot there going the way of Kennedy, and the free kick also going the way of that play. An infringement in the centre square. Kennedy with a tumble punt, not a good looking kick to the half forward flank, eludes the pack, giving Muret the run of the ball. Support coming from Roger Winter, shepherding well, that was good work the little chap, allowing Muret the chance to take his time, pop it in short, and Anderson, the number 2 Rovers, marked only 15 metres out from goal. 1 goal to his credit so far. Not much of an angle in this one, and no breeze whatsoever, so he shouldn't have a great deal of trouble in popping this one through for West Adelaide's 12th. Kick on its way. It's a good-looking kick too, but fading away at the very last moment, swinging away tremendously, and 1 point only resulting from that kick.
Yes, well, they just haven't had the numbers around the ball to get all the support that the Wolves have needed today to defeat a very efficient Blues machine, possibly led by Davies, who's had an impressive game at half-forward, Craig, the playmaker, and an almost invincible half-back line that have really served very, very well the forwards, and Craig, the chance. Wilson, terrific game at centre wing, tons of courage in this small frame. Andy Zilm with 1 bounce. 2, can take 3 if he wants, changes his mind. Hollis was the man that he's after, beats everybody, picked up by Dunhill. He's unloaded as he gets his kick. Here's an opportunity. Smith slams one out. Davies again. Will he post number 5? He certainly put it up. Oh, and I think he's donged the woodwork. For 1 behind, 18 points now to the Blues. 23-18 to the Wolves, 11-10.
Yes, collected the goalpost on the way through, but how elusive is Rick Davies for a big man. Had plenty of time there, worked his way clear, and for the danger player that he's been all day, somebody should have been shadowing him every moment of the day. The kick out from Robertson, was no distance in that one, allowing Sturt in with another chance. But the player, Smith, unable to control it there and out over the boundary line on just forward to Sturt's half-forward flank.
Davies, Wiedemann. Battled at half-forward and half-back in the second half. Davies, clever use of the body, weaves, sets it up and drives it straight through the centre. Number 5 for Rick Davies. 24-18 to West 11-10.
Yes, Rick moves like a rover. Worked his way around a player, had time to steady and pop it through, and he's got a big smile on his face. Must have had a good week at the show with his cattle this week too, I think. He's playing like it and he's enjoying every minute of this game. Sturt with a nice handy lead well into this final term.
Dexter Kennedy now versus Peter Hargraves. Battled all day in that centre square. Dexter Kennedy really hasn't had the support though as he charges through, trying to pop it up to Hamilton. It's blocked. Heinrich sweeps one out. An opportunity for the half-forward flankers. They don't appear. In comes Hamilton strongly. Drew. forwarded to Craig, who's drifted down from centre, sets it up, gives every opportunity to young Klomp, and he's posted another one. That's his second, one in the third, one in the final term, and the Blues go their merry way.
It's a courageous effort from Craig too. He met the ball, didn't worry about the player coming front on to meet him, and popped that hand pass over to set up his teammate. Let's have a look at this effort. Good football, Sturt. They battled hard. But let's have a look at the effort of Craig as he ran straight towards the West Adelaide player, not worried about the body coming to meet him, more concerned with setting up his teammate, and popped it onto the hands of Klomp, and he brought up his second goal.
Hargraves again, the danger player, Craig, beginning to shape up now as one of the best on field, as Greg Summerton is mown down by Smith, and then a tangle of players. Umpire Trev Thomas very quick to come in. 19 minutes gone, final term. 33 Andy Zill, 21 Greg Summerton, 17 is Darrington. The opposition 17 is Randy Bennett. The tap forward, the chance. Darrington's high kick is ineffective as it floats into the pocket to find late replacement for the game in Dean Dunhill. Donald Nunn not taking his place in the Wolves 20 today, towards centre wing. Battle of the Rovers. The Wolves come away with the ball. Chance for Filkey. Sets himself and puts the body under the fall of the ball. There's Wingman versus Ruckman, and Grant Filkey, young man who's had an impressive career as a footballer so far. Only been 19 years of age. Teal Cup member, state under 16 player, and goes short. Very well too. Finds the willing chest of Greg Whitcroft. The ironic Booze perhaps didn't take it cleanly and goes with a tumble punt kick. Down towards full forward. The tap's good. Peter Muret, the wise one, waiting behind the back of the pack, trying to capture it. Then Colin Casey, equally as wise and experienced, tumbles it over the line for a throw-in, and two very weary veterans face the ball once again.
Yes, well, we're well into the final term. 20-minute mark, in fact, of the final term, and Sturt with a stranglehold on this game. But the Wolves not giving up for one moment. Battling it out there, deep in their forward zone. Williams it is on the bottom. And we hear a whistle on play, and we'll see a bounce down just beyond the West Adelaide square. Williams is in there to contest with Hargraves. Hargraves, front spot, gets the tap away. Casey, Darrington, curls one across the goal face, but plenty of Sturt players there. Wilson into the play, feeds one wide, and Sturt are away out of their back lines to centre wing. Craig's the danger player out there. Opposed is Drew, and the ball out over the boundary line.
Yes, the Blues have really played very, very well today. Davies, Craig, Fry. You could just about run through the whole Blues side. Every player has been effective and has used the ball very, very well. The tap down, an opportunity. Sweeping wide, Greg Summerton, a chance to face his half-forward line, does so. He's looking for Williams and finds him. True half-forward position. The youngster has yet to kick a goal. He started today at full-back, then towards half-back, couldn't control Rick Davies, and ended up at half-forward. The drop punt to the goal face. Will it make the pack? No. Richard Hill certainly makes sure that it does not, and slams it through, concedes the point, and makes the scoreboard level for the Wolves. 11-11. Trial Sturt, 25 goals, 18.
Hill short, as Casey. Little slackness there in the West Adelaide forward line. To centre wing, Eddie Fry's there, has support. Good football, Sturt, as Mark Heinrich breaks down centre wing. Looking for Sims, but they kick a little short of that player. Scrambly football, whistle on play, and West Adelaide to receive the free.
Greg Whitcroft it is. Socks down, a tumble punt kick. Down towards his half-forward spot. Williams could have been in the back of Hardiman. Coming through Richard Hamilton. Tumbles the ball towards the line. And we'll see a throw in at about the 22-23-minute mark of the final term. Westies season 1980 coming to a demoralising end. David Drew working very hard. Casey, Darrington. Meanwhile, the other side really preparing for the major round series. The day's been hot today. And Sims. Has been a lion-hearted effort from this ruckman. Put the body in where it's most needed. Always willing to get the hard ball. Darryl Smith bolts into the open space and spots him, and that's a good movement from Sims and Smith. Good combination. Darryl Smith, number 32, the youngster that's played so very well in his league appearances, is about 30 metres out. 24 minutes gone, final term, drop punt, straight through for a behind. So there goes a chance begging. That's the 19th behind now to the Blues, 25-19 to Westies 11-11.
Yes, almost into the time-on period of this final term, and perhaps a little bit of tiredness and slackness creeping into the West Adelaide game, and probably expectedly so. Kick out from full back from Robertson. Off the ground, Kennedy. Oh, a lucky one there. Giving Anderson the run of it in centre wing. He has Williams further afield. Found that player, but not paid the mark. Play on's the call. Williams battling well. Stolen away by Hardiman. Good football, Gary Hardiman. To centre half forward and Davies. Wide to Craig. Oh, these players have been playing to one another all day. What a magnificent machine. Long to the square. Sims is down there, but off hands and through for a behind. Well, a fine attacking movement by Sturt once again, and they're looking the goods running into finals time. All players hitting their straps today, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Ian Robertson to kick in. Dexter Kennedy could have been shoved in the back. It is going to go the other way. One wonders who pushes who. Dexter Kennedy's quite stunned. Look at the big grin all over the face as Peter Hargraves puts the ball towards Hollis. That could have been another shove too. Take your pick, mark or push. And this young man's had a very successful day. He's kicked 7 goals, which gives him now a total for the season of 58. We're very pleased with today as it floats straight through the centre. A great effort by the full forward. That's 7 goals, 58 for the season, as we've said, as Dexter Kennedy suffering somewhat from shell shock.
Yes, there was the lead on there from the full forward, and he's a really promising full forward with Sturt and could prove a force for them in the finals also. Good lead, took the mark, hit the ground very heavily, but bounced right back up and notched his 8th goal for the day, and that's a fine performance from one boot.
Well, now we see the shadows beginning to lengthen as time ticks away, almost into the time-on period of the final term, and the final term for the Wolves for season 1980. Kennedy to Craig. Very busy man today. Wide, Johnny Hunt. After him, Randy Bennett. Bit of pushing and shoving going on, always looking to play on. Wiseman, long. Davies again under the fall of the ball. He's been the demoraliser. Davies the destroyer. Certainly picked up. We have noticed, however, that as he floats that one through, he's got himself another, and that makes 6 to the gentleman farmer. 27-20, 11-11 the Wolves.
Well, Sturt piling on the pressure at the moment, and they're certainly looking good. They're taking this game right away from West Adelaide, who in the earliest stages of the game looked as though they were going to make a reasonable battle of it, but there it is again, that danger man at centre half forward. And the Sturt crowd roaring now as we're well into time on.
Hargraves, Kennedy, over the top, Borchard, slams one forward. Running over it was Hardiman, picking it up Williams. Filkey there to support. The swift hand pass is good. Winter's got the chance, pops it up and a belated goal to the Wolves. That makes the round dozen. 12 goals 11 to Sturt, 27 goals 20.
Third goal off the boot of young Roger Winter. There he is. Not much of a lad. He's not too big, but he can certainly play football and has done a good job for the Wolves here today at Unley Oval.
Just one aspect of Rick Davies' game, we have noticed that his attack on the ball, when the ball's on the ground, he's overrun it. So that could be a recurrence of that back injury that we saw him collect a week or so ago. Hargraves. Borchard not giving 1 inch, although we're in the time-on period of the final term, and umpire Bob Schofield to come in and bounce. Cramp beginning to worry a number of the players. Been a very hot day today. The battle of 24-25. Davies versus Kennedy. A chance for Klomp. Crushes aside to Hunt. Oh, strong body of Hunt, really plastering into the opposition, and finds that he gives the free over to Randy Bennett. He goes short. Wiedemann been contained today as he goes short. Williams, Hardiman, the late arrival, could be a push in the back. And the youngsters really found out about hard football today. He's been pitted against this man, a veteran of over 200 games, as he goes short. And once again, finds Greg Whitcock, trying to get around Hardiman. Can't do so. Goes wide. Filkey. Andy Zilm takes him on. Shrugs the attack. He goes into the forward pocket. Muret can't quite control it. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. And it goes the way of Peter Hargraves.
Hargraves has the lead on. Howard on the half-back flank. Clear and plenty of time. Hardiman coming over to lend support. Williams struggling to make the ground up there. Very tired player indeed as the kick goes to centre wing. Darrington lost sight of that one. Working hard back in the pack once again, and there's a whistle on play, and umpire Schofield has elected to bounce centre wing grandstand side. Davies coming to join the fray along with Kennedy. The two big men. Kennedy winning out. Front spot. Stole it away to Wiedemann. A kick off the side of the boot. Not a good one. Didn't allow himself time to steady, and the free kick to go the way of Eddie Fry.
Richard, that was a tired kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, very tired.
Really a tired leg player. Eddie Fry towards half forward, and here he is, the flyer. A number of marks, dominated the position and directed traffic specifically straight over to Heinrich. He's got plenty of time to look. Away it goes, 28 goals 20, Westies 12 goals 11.
Well, that was a marvellous movement from Sturt, and it's a treat to watch football like that. Let's have another look at it as Eddie Fry puts the ball back into play from centre wing. Watch Davies soar above the shoulders of the opposition players. Wiedemann it was. Flew high, a little high with the elbow too in the last moment. Loose man at centre half forward, found him. That was Mark Heinrich, and he played on quickly, and just as well he did play on quickly. Almost taken out with the tackle, but finished it off with a goal.
Ball in, out of the square. Filkey, caught, dumped, Hunt, a hurried kick forward, and Mark Wiedemann. Very tired young man in the dying moments of the final game for the Wolves in season 1980. He goes wide. Casey, long way from home at the moment, picked up beautifully. Darryl Smith, he's got time to look. His man was Andy Zilm that he was after. Two Wolves defenders, though, make sure that it stays in the area. Tumbles over the line. And the crowd really beginning to want their players, these Blues players, to build percentage. Have they got some possibility of making third spot? The throw in. At the back, Wiedemann. Darrington, Heinrich, Richard Hamilton tapping it forward. Darryl Smith the chance, can't quite control the ball. Heinrich goes in, head down, tail up, picked up well then by Bennett. Forwarded to Borchard. Drew has Robbie Donaldson running wide. Klomp after him. A chance for Little Wilson. He's got plenty of time. Hollis on the bolt into the forward pocket. Holds the ball, runs it towards Klomp, towards Casey. What's he doing down there? The drop punt, popped up. Davies under the fall of the ball. There's the mark. Oh, 6 goals to this man. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the second, 3 in this final term. He's made mincemeat of the Wolves' defence today. Going for the check side, trying to bend one back, seeking number 7. Bops that one through. Good, says the goal umpire. Lucky number 7 is posted, and 29-20, Westies 12 goals 11.
Well, that all started from Wilson, who's been a real attacking player for Sturt today. Breaking down that wing, set up Klomp under pressure, but had support of Casey, and he put this one in the perfect position for Davies at the back, over the top and out of reach of his opposition player there in Wiedemann, and was able to take a reasonably easy mark and pop that one through for a goal.